Okay guys, I finally have a fully installed Bloodborne. It is quite some time after the last recording session. It's all done and we can actually play it online now, but we're not going to because I never do on my first playthrough. I was rather surprised earlier on today, but this music's so fucking loud. So, last night I couldn't go any further than Gaza's grave. So instead I did some farming and I'm going to explain to you pretty much the stuff I found. So the first thing that is different is my outfit. I am wearing the outfit of the creature that I killed. This is Paul Gascoigne's 1994 FIFA kit and I think it looks amazing. I think it looks really, really cool. I'm a big fan of it. Its stats are pretty similar to everything else we're wearing, but I really like everything about this outfit. I bought this using Insight, and I'm going to show you how it works, or how I think it works anyway. I had 10 eyeballs the other day before I bought this gear. The torso cost 3 eyeballs, the legs were 1, the gloves were 1, and the helmet was 1. And you see this? How I said that there was something to do with this? When I had 10 Insight, I could see messengers in this bath. But now that I've spent it, I can't see them anymore. So there is a shop here that is somehow linked to your Insight, which pretty much solidifies the thought that the higher your Insight, the more you'll see in the world. So Insight's a really important thing, and I don't know how to get it. The places I know for certain, thanks to playing another character last night, you get it for entering a boss room, and you get it for killing a boss. Outside of that, I don't really know where you get it. You get 1 for entering a boss room, you get 3 for killing the boss. So, hopefully there's a way to farm it in some way. You also get it from using the Madman's Knowledge, but I've only found a few of those, so they're a bit more scarce. What I also did is I farmed pretty much every single enemy to see what they dropped. And I can confirm that the big fat guy with the axe, who's just as lethal now as he ever was, the guy's a bastard, he drops something to do with your weapons. I don't know what they are, but he dropped a few of them. I'll show you quickly. These things. He drops those. I don't know what a Tempering Bloodstone is. Oh, I do actually. Physical attack up 1.1%. Shit, that could be cool if you can have 1,000,000. What does that mean? SKL. I keep pressing the wrong buttons here, guys. Bear with me. SKL. Skill. It's got to be skill, hasn't it? It's just an acronym for Dex. Scaling plus 2.1. That is really good. If you can get it to, you know, like 20 or 50. So he drops those, whatever they are. I'm kind of missing rings. Maybe these are the new rings, however you use these. He drops those. Those guys with the bricks, they drop those coins, which I don't really know what they do. They drop these weird coins. Yeah, shining coins. See how I've got 19? They drop coins for some reason. The rats drop the throwing knives, and everybody else kind of drops the vials. I found a lady in a window, and I opened up a gate, which was just from the sewers, which is a path that I didn't venture down. But I didn't finish the dialogue because I wanted to do it on camera, so we're going to go and do that quickly now. But yeah, Bloodborne. I love this game. I truly do. And on my other character, what I was playing, God, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's so many things that don't make sense to me on this game. It's amazing. Like, I was fighting the fighting the Cleric Beast again, and I managed to beat the Cleric Beast without healing, and it killed me twice before I got a no healing run of it. And I didn't do anything different. Like, even when I beat the boss without... I got hit, but I didn't heal. Like, even then, I still didn't feel like I understood how he worked, because he didn't do the same things he did before. He kept doing the raw, and the raw, when he does it, it allows you to get a couple of hits on him. And then you can back out, and he might roar again, and I got him in this really good pattern. So I kind of feel like the bosses so far, it's more about getting a lucky pattern than it is, you know, immediately being good at them, because I'm finding them very tricky. Like, I fought Gascoigne again, and it was just simple again. Like, he either gives you a really awkward, bullshitty pattern, or you parry every move he does. It's really tricky at the moment, but we will see, guys, as well. This is really loud. I'm gonna have to drop that down. Is that still alive? Did I not hit him? Are you alive? You are alive. How can I not hit you? That was weird. So let me just drop this down a bit. I think the werewolves are the worst enemy in the game. It's an enemy that can reliably kill me, and I can't do anything about it. If it decides to do that crazy, I'll hit you 5 times and your entire life bar's gone. That's really fast. Like, there's not much you can do. Other times they're not so bad, but as it stands, I think the werewolves are probably the scariest enemy in this game for just being fluent arseholes. So I'm going to run past them if I can. Get my duck and weaves on. Right, lads, how's it going? Quicksilver bullets, nice. There's 2 dogs in this area. One to the left, one sounds like someone's my ass. Thank you, that means a lot. Oh no, 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 no. See what I mean? I didn't realise the werewolves could follow you down here. They can't follow you down the other way. They are the worst enemy of them, by far. They can do that to you while you're hitting them, if they want to. One thing I'm surprised about as well is I have not got an update for this game. Like a 2 gig update. I thought it was... maybe, I mean, it might have happened when I was asleep. I should probably check the version of the game. But, I'm definitely online, and I've definitely tried to get an update in all the ways I can think of getting one, like check for updates and shit. And I even accepted 2-day free trial of PlayStation Plus to see if I needed that for the update. And I need to be careful here because there's a lot of blood echoes on the line. And boom, I couldn't do anything different. It's not so good. What is he doing? He's leashing and it's messing with his AI. It's really annoying that when they start leashing and they just go into a mode where they don't even respond to you. Something that's been in pretty much every Souls game. So let me just double check these guys, because in my experience of dying to these werewolves, do you notice how neither of them has my blood? They have a tendency... Wow. We both whiffed each other then, bro. I feel for us. They have a tendency of not taking your blood, which is really useful because that enemy, like, I killed one of them perfectly. I parried it twice. It looked amazing. It felt great. And then the next one I went to swing, and it just stun locked me, and I died. Like, that is an enemy that needs to be studied because it sucks at this moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. Another thing I bought, if you're not aware, is I bought that 10,000 Blood Echo handkerchief, and I have no idea where to use it. So I'm hoping we're going to discover that today. I bought every weapon, except for the blunderbuss, because I really don't like it. I got the repeating pistol. I got all the other hunter tools that you've seen. Wow, that is not a parry. Learn something new every day, boys and girls. I ain't no sexist. I can't get over how much I like this outfit. I didn't think it looked too bad when I watched him wear it. There's just something. I feel like I'm Darkman. I think that's what it is. I feel like Liam Neeson, which is always a great thing. What else was I gonna say? I think I found out a bit of lore as well, unbeknownst, by doing silly things. So, the first thing I figured out was you don't want to fight the Crow Lady. The Crow Lady who talks really common, who I took the piss out of, she sounds like she comes from a local town around here. Not Yarnham, in the actual world. Do not attack her. I did that with the Kirk Hammer, Kirk hammer is one of the stronger weapons you can get access to early on, and she ruined me. I parried her about 4 times, and I didn't even take off 1/4 of her life bar. She has some serious HP, and she does crazy, super fast, dual blade combos, and she's really evasive. Suffice to say, it didn't end well for me. So I don't know what she drops, but I was far too weak to get it from her. So you don't want to do that. Another thing I found out was there's some kind of contention between us and them. And I don't exactly know what. She said, while we were fighting, she asked me if I still dreamed. Then she went on to say, when I died, to say hello to the little doll. Which I thought was really interesting. But more so the notion of hunters not dreaming, or hunters not having access to the hunter's dream, and the significance of that. I found it really interesting. And then the next bit I saw was, I think, something to do with Father Gascoigne. We're going to talk to an NPC in a moment, and she's going to start talking about how her daddy and her mummy ran off to find Daddy because Daddy was a hunter and Daddy never came back. And I think her daddy is Father Gascoigne. And there's something that you can test, but I can't. Right, I'm trying to remember how I got to this place, guys. Because I don't want to show you, you know, just straight away the shortcut. I'm going to try and show you how I got it. But Yarnham does look very similar. And it makes it quite tricky to navigate. I've tried to parry the gunmen when they're shooting at you. I don't think it's a thing. I think it's just a case of he has a gun. Pick up the gun. Right, what's down here? So I noticed yesterday as well, Epic Name Bros finally made another video, and it is a Bloodborne playthrough thing. So for the people that are super stoked when Marcus actually makes videos, something to look forward to. But from what I've been reading, the lore in this game is much more straightforward. It's much more of a cohesive story. And I think that's a great thing. Because as much as I like the Dark Souls approach, I would like it to be a bit more on the nose. So I'm really happy to see where this plot goes. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it, folks. This is where I didn't go last time. There's nothing really much to it. There's a couple of those birds. There's a big fat guy who's banging on a church door. There's an NPC door. And then there is this window with the little girl in it. Sorry, you appear to have lost your face. Okay, dude. Oh, Dark Souls and that hit detection. We will forever be at the mercy of whiffed hits. So, I've never seen this guy turn around, but he looks kind of different. Has he got different attacks? Not really. Again, dude. That don't make any sense. I'm really confused by that. And that. Okay. Right, let's try this. Oh, maybe not. I've got the wrong function on. It's getting a bit too antsy on the gun, apparently. Missing my parry window. It's really annoying when you get max on them blood vials, which is very simple to do. Didn't take me long at all.
Wretched outsider. Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, such depravity.
So I'm about to blow my nose now, guys, and if I miss it in my edit, I do apologise. I never mean for this shit to get left in. So I don't know what the dig with that is. I think it's just an expositional tool more than anything. I don't think we're going to actually be able to get in the houses and beat the fuck out of them, which would be really nice. Can you imagine if we eventually turn into a beast and we're able to bust those doors down and it's a domesticated family sitting there and we can maul the shit out of them? I think that sounds great.
Who are you? I don't know your voice. but I know that smell.
I'm wearing your daddy's gear.
And please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back.
That was
from
the
home.
English version
She
of
went to find him.
Mum there.
Now she's
In the
gone
subtitles,
too.
did you notice that?
I'm all alone and scared.
When technically it said the subtitles were American, and American use O for mum, because they say mom, of course. Fine girl's mother.
Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch.
Which we've
It's
got.
so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box.
Tiny music box.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
You see that? When he forgets us, we play this song and it makes him remember. I reckon here, guys, during the final form of Gascoigne, if you use that music box, it might turn him from not being a beast into just being a guy again. I don't know, but I reckon that has something to do with him, because that sounds real eerily reminiscent of that. Boom, son, confirmed. Viola and Gascoigne. That is going to work on that boss. It's going to pacify him somehow, and it's going to enable you to do something cool. I wish we'd have found this before we killed him, but unfortunately I can't test it until later tonight when I make another file and I test it out. But there you go, guys. That's that. And we need to get my souls, don't we? So we need to go this way. The dog has it. Come on then, dickhead. Is that going to be another... Oh no, I like bullets. Whoa! Nice follow-up here, dude. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Right, let's get to Gaz's grave and push forward and see what I've been dying to... Oh, hello. Oh, that's the gate that it opens, by the way. If you remember, that gate was locked. Right, how do we get to the big bridge from here? You've got to go through the sewers. Which means I'm going to have to run straight across this. I'm getting my bearings a little bit better on this early area, which is nice to know, but there's still those moments where you scratch your head and you wonder, you know, I don't exactly know how to get to certain places. I've done this a few times now, coming down here to farm the rats to see what they dropped. Suffice to say, it's a disappointing endeavour. Sorry. Thought he was swinging then, that's why I shot at him. So these have two varying speed attacks. That's the one you want, but I fucked it up. And I fucked it up twice, and I'm about to get killed for it. Shit. That's the slow one. But at this moment in time, the blood vials, because I am max on them, it's very easy to get back up to max. I think he is the most dangerous werewolf outside of those black ones. That crazy lance he has the ability to pretty much one combo you when you've got base fatality, base vitality and no armor upgrades. Even though my base vitality is not too bad, I don't think. Let me jump. Oh, he's down there, so you need to be careful because he's a little bit more of a threat than these guys. However, I do enjoy the rats. And we might as well kill them to see if we can get a drop. So far, I've only got those throwing knives. I've not seen any other kind of rat drop. I hope they drop insight. That would be great because it would be a nice homage to humanity. but I don't see it happening. Because there's a lot of things in this game that is very different to Dark Souls, so why would this not be one of them? And Demon Souls, of course. I was mashing dodge then, there was nothing I could do. Once you get hit by that creature, it is almost guaranteed death if he does the big combo. I don't know if dodging is the best way to do those moments. There's moments in this game so far where I think mashing attack is safer than mashing evade. Because when you mash evade, all that happens is the enemies get into this almost weird synchronous rhythm of hitting you after the evade. But if you mash attack, there's a chance you might interrupt them and get a little bit of the regain system back. So on the one hand, it's going to punish people who are used to playing Souls games where when you take a bit of damage you have to get away and get that spacing working again. But on the other hand, it's going to reward people who like to just blatantly mash. So I don't really know how I feel about those particular moments, but I'm going to say that it's player skill dependent. And hopefully I'll get to the point where I either don't miss the parries or I understand what to do in those instances, but that guy, for all intents and purposes, can mannequin combo you. And we're about to lose all our fucking souls to werewolves. But they don't come down here, unlike those other places. Yeah, I'm going to try and do a quicker run if I can. I know it's not a good idea, but I'm full of good ideas. Oh, he's got it. Still takes a bit of a beating too. If you're curious about my gear, folks, I have a plus 3k something moving around above me. I have a plus 1 pistol, and then all my armor is just normal. Because I'm poverty stricken, unfortunately. Get me in the slammer. Shit, maybe he will. So I didn't farm this enemy at all, so I don't know if there's anything exotic that it... That guy's really pushing forward, you see that? I suppose it's not really, there's not much you can do. I don't look like they dropped too much. The pig as well, the pig... Ooh, they dropped bold hunter marks. That's really good. There's your take all my souls in a homeward bone kind of thing. Bollock, wrong button. As I was trying to say though, the pig. Very easy creature to kill if you sneak up on him and stab him in the bum. Guaranteed drop of about 3 blood vials, I think. Ow. And he's really close to a lantern, so he can be farmed. He gives you about 400 souls too, so if you were looking to farm souls for whatever reason, he's probably a good position to start. Apparently I think people are calling it the epic name bro because of that little pig of Marcus's channel, but I think that looks too damn nasty to associate it with EMB personally. It reminds me more of just every pig-related fiction. Fellas? Still like that guy's saber, would love it though. Wow, they dodged it. Good job, guys. All of them dodged it. That is really rare. Let's go and shit on the pig. We are the pig, Mandus. We are all the pig. So if you roll going through this doorway, the pig will turn around and you will lose your opportunity to stab it in the asshole. Which I know people are just dying to do because it's got a disgusting one. But that makes quick work of him. Another thing I'm really curious of as well, because the riposte is not done with a weapon, I don't think your weapon's statistics matter on the damage of the riposte, which makes me wonder, is it governed by your statistics themselves, your strength and your skill, or is there some kind of variable that I don't know yet where we can change it? Because I would love to make the critical even better, but as it stands I have absolutely no idea what governs it. So we're going to hit the bonfire thing, I don't know what they're called, the lampy thing, before Gaz's place. And then we're going to go back to the huntsman place. See, right then, that was not my fault. The gun missed. Because that's what it does, apparently. And I got, potentially, I could have been killed then because the lock-on failed me. And that is one of those instances where there's no way you could manually aim better than a lock-on, yet apparently with this pistol there's a lot of whiff potential, which is frustrating. But, yeah, well, we're alive.